Hi everyone, I've just trimmed my beard down and I wanted to do a quick video to say, in terms of the football, I wanted to ask, if Man City are going to win the treble. There's been like a lot of misconstrued with what I'm saying because I support Manchester United, but ever since the 2019 season when it was against Man United and Liverpool, I wanted obviously Man City over Liverpool. And ever since that 2019 season, I've seen Manchester City as Man United's brother, like Man United's little brother. That's probably helps the fact that I've actually got a little brother, but I've just seen them as their brother, and I've always wanted Man City. And in a way, I've actually started supporting them more than I thought than I thought I would. Yeah, I've actually started supporting Man City more than I ever thought I would actually, because there's times where I actually feel like I support Man City more than Man United. It's almost like on the face of it, I'm a Manchester United supporter. No matter what you say, I'm 100% Manchester United supporter, and that rings true. Dad supports Man United, I support Man United. Ever since I got my first FIFA game, I think it was FIFA 09 or something, I've been supporting Man United. But really, deep down, I feel like I'm actually a Man City supporter because Man United just aren't there. If Man United were up there challenging for titles, I suppose they are, but in the Europa League, but it's different. But when Man City, they're everywhere. They could win the treble this season. I mean, it's interesting because Liverpool almost won the quadruple last season. They were 2 games away. If it wasn't for that Gundogan goal against Aston Villa, and it wasn't for them losing 1-0 to Madrid, they could have won the quadruple. They only won the League Cup and FA Cup, which isn't really good at all, really. It's like rubbish, really. But what I'm trying to say is, Man City could win the treble. Man City could win the Premier League. As we speak now, I think Arsenal are dropping points. And Man City beat Leicester just the other day. And if they win the game in hand, or 2 games in hand, or whatever, by the time Arsenal play, if they win their game or 2 games in hand, and they beat Arsenal at the Etihad, they're top on goal difference. So right now it's in City's hands. If they win all their games, including beating Arsenal at the Etihad, they're top on goal difference. So it's in City's hands to win the league now, no matter what Arsenal do. I suppose if Arsenal won every game 10-0, I suppose it would go in Arsenal's favour, but they're not going to. But yeah, so City could do the league that way. They've already got a 3-0 win over Bayern in the first leg. They're against Bayern on Wednesday. See what happens there. And then the FA Cup against Sheffield United. They could be Manchester Derby final. We'll have to see. But yeah, Man City could win the treble. Try and shoot. It might sound surprising as a Manchester United fan, but I actually wouldn't mind City winning the treble. I can guess the thing. I don't really care. I'm used to City winning things. I don't really mind. I don't see City as rivals. I see them as Man United's brother. I don't really see them as anything. That's the thing. I can say in a way, I suppose that's why I don't support Man City, because they're nothing. I mean, they're not a nothing team. They're an incredibly good team. They're probably the best team in the world. Haaland's banging in 50 goals up front. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying with City and everything, with their fan base, they haven't really got much history. It doesn't really mean anything if they win. If they win the treble, I don't really care. It's fine. If Man United's brother, who cares? I happily, if they win the treble, it's because they played the best football. And even now, people are saying that even if Arsenal won the league, Man City are the best team. They've got the best tactician, Pep. They're the best team. They played best football. And I have to agree, they do play the best football. So that's the thing. If Man City win the treble, I would congratulate them. I wouldn't I actually, in a way, I wouldn't mind them winning the treble. Honestly, I swear, if it's Man City win the Premier League, they win the Champions League final, and they get Man United in the FA Cup, I'll deep down possibly want Man City to win the FA Cup, because I love to see them win the treble. I just think I'm not. If it was any other rival, I'd say no way. But because I see Man City so on similar terms, like I said, I've told you over and again, I just see them as Man United's brother. Not only in the namesake, but I just see them. I just see them as Man United's brother. So I really would not mind if they won the treble. Honestly, I wouldn't mind. Three Premier Leagues in a row. Honestly, I wouldn't mind. Give it to them. Even if they won the quad, I wouldn't mind. I think fair play. The best team in the world, play the best football. You've got to give it to them. Fair play. Like I said, people say they're an oil club, but you'd rather be an oil club playing that sort of amazing football than be a non-oil club playing that Man United at the moment. Although Man United aren't doing that badly. Man United could win their own treble. If Man United won the League Cup, they win the FA Cup and they win the Europa League, they could win their own treble. It's not the treble, obviously. It's nowhere near, actually. But yeah, it's interesting. And I want to do another video because the people are saying that Man City could win the treble. Because obviously, it's interesting then, because if I had to support any club in London, it would probably be Arsenal. If I lived in London, I would probably support Arsenal, because Arsenal are the one club. They're probably my favourite club in London, in all fairness. They've got one of the best stadiums. So in all fairness, if I had to support any club from London, it would probably be Arsenal, in all fairness. It certainly wouldn't be Chelsea. I see Chelsea as like an upper class and posh club, and they've got a sort of small stadium. Tottenham are people making fun of. They haven't won a trophy in like 12 or 13 years. West Ham, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Brentford, I won't support any of them. So in all fairness, if I had to support any club from London, it would be Arsenal. They would be the one club I support. I know I take the mick out of the name and stuff. It sounds like something else. But in all fairness, if I would support any club in London, it would be them. However, no, I do want Man City to win the league. I definitely want Man City to win the league over them, because they're rivals of Man United. You know, Wenger, Fergie era. I'll be mad to say I don't want them to win the league. But yeah, that's the video. I wanted to do a quick video talking about it. Sort of sitting down on this sofa. I did videos like a year and a half ago. I was sitting down with like a beard and a short haircut, which I've actually put in a playlist called Football Reactions or something. I can't remember what I've done. But I put that in the playlist, and I look so different. I'm looking at myself now. Yeah, the beard's... I've actually just trimmed my beard down. For some reason, it still looks a bit like, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's interesting, and yeah. Hopefully Man City win the treble, or if Man United... What would I prefer? Man United to win a treble, or Man City to win the treble? You know what I prefer? I prefer Man City to win the Champions League and the Premier League, and then Man United to win the FA Cup. So Man United would win a treble then. If Man United won a treble of League Cup, Europa League and FA Cup, and then Man City win the Premier League and Champions League, I'd be happy. It wouldn't be the end of the world if Arsenal won the league. You know, it's not as bad as Liverpool doing it, but I do want Man City to do it. You know, Arsenal fans, you know. But like I said before, if I had to support any club in London, it would be Arsenal. They're probably my favourite club in London. I've been thinking about this a while, actually. I thought, you know, would I prefer Chelsea? It was always between Arsenal and Chelsea. No other team comes close. Certainly not Tottenham. They won nothing. Tottenham they've got no... People are taking the mick of how many trophies they got. They haven't won anything since 2008. You know, and it certainly definitely not be Tottenham. And that certainly wouldn't be any of the other clubs either. Too low down. It would be between Arsenal and Chelsea, and it would be Arsenal. Yeah, people say Chelsea won 2 Champions Leagues, but Arsenal got to a Champions League final. It's not even about winning that many European trophies. It's not about that. I mean, you know, yeah, Chelsea won 2 Champions League. Nah. I mean, Arsenal won European trophies, just not the Champions League. No, I wouldn't put that in there. But I just want to put that out there, because people might think I hate Arsenal. I don't. Like I said, if I had to support any club from London, it would be Arsenal. But I do want City to win the league. So yeah. Anyway, I'll just leave the video like that for now. Yeah. My hair's getting longer now. I'm going to get a haircut soon. But yeah. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that video. Man City treble, or Man United treble, or Man City double and Man United treble. I don't know. I suppose I kind of want Man City to win the treble, because it'd be quite big news. And Man City win a treble wouldn't be... I'm with Man United. I don't know. I'm getting Man City and Man United confused now, because they're brothers. I'm getting the brothers confused. Like, let's leave the videos up. So yeah.